My name is Aaliyah Mills. I did the academic case study on the girl that was a Jehovah's Witness and also has sickle cell anemia. The problem with this case study is that doctors didn't try to do any other form of any other methods of treatment before they just said that they needed a blood transfusion. After she refused that because she's a Jehovah's Witness and her religion won't allow her to get blood transfusions, then they decided that they would find other ways to treat her. That's a problem. The doctors should, first of all, if they know that the patient is a Jehovah's Witness and can't accept blood transfusions, then they should have other means to treat the patient. Second of all, it's a problem because doctors take an oath to help someone, and if they can't help that person, then they're not doing their job, but it's because the person is refusing the blood. So maybe to fix the problem, to go to someone who's higher up in the church and discuss this with them, which probably won't sway their decision, but also to come up with other ways to treat the patient first instead of just saying, well, you need a blood transfusion and that's the only thing that's going to work. The solutions would be, like I said, to do, first come up with a different plan other than just blood transfusions, and maybe talking to the patient and making sure that they are completely competent to be able to make the decision, like it discusses in the article, A Young Adults Jehovah Witness with Severe Anemia by Nina Yukachi, Wynn Morrison, Samantha Van Horn, Ravathi Sundaram, and John Lantos. Originally published online August 19th, 2013. It discusses in the article that if a patient is not competent, then they would have to go to court and get a judge to sign off, but it's usually not easy to do when someone is over the age of 18, which in this case study, the girl was over the age of 18, and even though she had sickle cell anemia and was able to get transfusions when she was younger, she couldn't do that anymore because her religion wouldn't allow her to do so, and she was over the age of 18. So the solutions are kind of iffy in this case study because you can't really change a view of a religion, but you also can't change what a doctor is doing to give the patient treatment. The outcomes could go either way. If nothing is done, then the patient would, in a severe case other than this case, could possibly die because they need a transfusion and they can't get what they need because their religion doesn't allow that, and the patient can't do that because their religion won't allow them to. So it could go, the outcome could go either way. It could be, the patient dies, or the patient is able to get their own blood back up so that they can be okay. But the outcome is either way. It's 50-50. It's different with every person. It could go good, which it did in the article. She was able to get her blood counts back up on her own and not get a transfusion, only with iron supplements and drawing her blood every other day, which it says in the article, A Young Adult Jehovah's Witness with Severe Anemia, published online August 19th, 2013. But in a severe case where someone isn't able to actually get their blood count back up and their iron back up, which sickle cell anemia can be more severe than some other people, it could be a bad thing and the outcome could be bad. The outcome also could be bad for a doctor because if they don't do what they're supposed to, what the patient thinks they're supposed to, then they could also be in trouble. Even though the patient has stated clearly that they're a Jehovah's Witness, the doctor could still be in trouble for not doing everything that the patient thought or the family thought that they could do. And maybe the family isn't Jehovah's Witness and the patient is Jehovah's Witness, then they could be doing, they could think that the doctor's not doing exactly what they should. That's the conclusion of my case study speech.